Febi Bilstein recommends that any diagnosis and maintenance is carried out by a fully trained vehicle technician. In this video, we are looking at the replacement of brake discs and brake pads. The wear of friction brake parts can vary due to traffic conditions, vehicle load, climate, road surface, and driving style. These standard wear parts are safety critical and must be checked regularly according to the manufacturer's recommendations and replaced if indicated. Please note that brake pads, as well as brake discs, always have to be changed as an axle set and not individually. For a brake pad and disc change, the vehicle has to be raised, making sure the correct jacking points are used to avoid damaging the vehicle. Once the vehicle is raised, the wheels can be removed. The wheels and tyres have to be checked for damage or uneven wear. Also, inspect the wheel bolt threads and the wheel nuts for damage and replace as necessary. Before the brake pads can be removed, the cotter spring, washer, and the pre-tension retaining bracket have to be removed. Now the brake adjuster has to be turned counterclockwise with the hexagon adapter until the brake pads can be removed. After the brake pads are removed, the brake caliper and brake retainer can be removed. Loosen the hub bolts and remove the hub plate and the old brake disc. Brake discs have a minimum thickness according to the vehicle or brake disc manufacturer specification, which must never be exceeded. There are special brake disc sliding calipers with which the thickness can be measured easily, despite the burr on the edge of the brake disc. Grooves and cracks may also be an indication for a brake disc change, although small heat cracks are allowed. Cracks more than 1.5 mm deep or wide in a radial direction and longer than 75% of the friction surface width must not be exceeded. The friction material of the brake pad must have at least 2 mm thickness at the thinnest point. Together with the backplate of 9 mm in our case, they must have a total measurement of at least 11 mm thickness for the brake pad. Cracks or major fractures of the friction material also indicates a need to replace the brake pads. Assembly. After cleaning the wheel hub, the new brake disc can be installed on the hub. Apply threadlock fluid on the bolts. Then place the hub plate on the brake disc and screw in the hub bolts. Clean the brake disc carefully to remove the corrosion protection oil. Before installing the brake caliper assembly, clean the brake recess and guide surfaces of the brake pads. Check all seals and bellows on the caliper assembly and the brake caliper guide for smooth sliding function over the complete path. Install the brake caliper assembly and tighten the bolts according to the vehicle manufacturer's specifications. Apply a small amount of suitable permanent lubricant on the sides of the brake pad's backing plate for smooth sliding on the brake caliper contact surfaces. Do not use any copper-based lubricant and ensure that no lubricant gets on the guide sleeve parts, brake pads, or disc friction surfaces. After placing the brake pads in the caliper, the clearance between the brake pads and the brake disc has to be adjusted. Turn the adapter clockwise until the pads come into contact with the disc. Do not overwind the adjuster. Then turn back the adjuster 3 clicks and check the running clearance. The adapter for the adjuster is included in the Febi brake pad kit. The brake disc must rotate smoothly without too much friction on the brake pads. When the required clearance is adjusted, leave the adapter on the adjuster and install the protective caps. Then tighten the bolts to the correct torque according to the vehicle manufacturer's specification. Refit the wheel and tighten the wheel nuts according to the vehicle manufacturer's specifications. Test the function and effectiveness of the brakes and for any unnecessary vibrations or noises on a road test or using a brake roller test. With the brake performance fully checked, the truck can be sent back out on the road. This video is for general information purposes only. Please consult the manufacturer's handbook before carrying out any repairs to your vehicle. Febi Bilstein will not be held liable in the event of any direct, incidental, special or consequential damages suffered in the course of using the information in this video.